The morning was wrapped in a blanket of mist. Nestled between the mountains, the Nor Gorge hydroelectric plant was busy with its usual operations. Once among the most vital power stations in the country, the plant had aged, its systems worn, its control panels outdated, its core barely holding on. Sahil, the recently appointed CEO, had arrived just months ago. Cold, arrogant, and dismissive, especially toward women, he firmly believed that women were ornamental at best in technical fields. Among the staff was a quiet girl named Aliyah, recently hired as an assistant systems operator. She spent most of her time at the monitoring station, rarely speaking. To most, she was just another silent employee. No one knew who she really was. But that morning was far from ordinary. Around 9 a.m., the plant's main turbine failed catastrophically. Emergency alarms blared across the facility. Red lights flashed across digital panels. Turbine failure, system shutdown. Panic swept the control hall. Sahil stormed in, furious. "What are you people doing? Can't you fix a simple malfunction?" A senior technician replied nervously. "Sir, it appears a major fault has occurred in the core line. The main control valve has shut down, water flow is blocked." "Then fix it." Sahil snapped. "Sir, we'll have to take the entire section apart. It'll take at least 4 to 5 hours, and if we make one mistake, the dam could be in danger." Sahil clenched his jaw. Anger mixed with helplessness twisted across his face. Then he spotted Aliyah, quietly standing near the console. "And you," he scoffed. "You sit by that monitor all day. You think you know everything? Go on, fix it. If you're really so capable, go show us." The entire room froze. His tone dripped with sarcasm. Most expected Aliyah to shrink back, humiliated. But instead, she took a deep breath. Calmly, she looked at the screen, pulled out a small blue notebook from her coat pocket, and said, "Allow me access to turbine sections A and C. I suspect the fault lies in the main slow nozzle line." A smirk crept across Sahil's face. "By all means. Let's see how quickly you realize engineering isn't child's play." Aliyah put on her helmet without a word. Strapping on her safety gear, she headed toward the turbine room. A few senior engineers exchanged glances, surprised, maybe even slightly ashamed. The turbine chamber roared with noise. But Aliyah moved with quiet precision, examining valve after valve, control panel after control panel. Her hands didn't tremble. Her eyes were focused, unwavering. She wasn't guessing, she knew. She stopped at a specific joint, the one connecting the main nozzle to the energy conversion chamber. She unbolted the old valve with steady hands. Inside, the color of the pipeline had changed. "This is it," she whispered. Steam had condensed inside the nozzle, creating a pressure block on the internal walls. It had shut down the entire flow system. She neutralized the pressure, disconnected the line, flushed and cleaned the component, reassembled it, and ran a system reconnect from the portable console she had brought along. The whole process took her just 27 minutes. Back in the control room, the red alert suddenly switched to green. System restored, flow normal. The room fell into stunned silence. Sahil's eyes were wide with disbelief. Aliyah walked back in, quiet as ever. But now, every eye in the room followed her, no longer seeing just a silent girl, but something else entirely. Sahil struggled to form words. How did you do that?" Aliyah pulled out her small blue notebook again. She flipped to a weathered page covered in hand-drawn schematics and handwritten notes. "This diagram was made by my mother," she said softly. "She designed this plant. Her name was Engineer Sarah Nasir." It was as if time had frozen in the room. "Sarah Nasir," whispered an older supervisor, shocked. "But she died in an accident 20 years ago." Her name was removed from the records. Aliyah nodded. Yes. Her efforts, her identity, everything was erased. She was the chief engineer here. She built this system on her own. But during a critical fault, she gave her life trying to save it. Instead of honoring her sacrifice, the management blamed her, and buried her name. Sahil looked down. The arrogance in his eyes was gone, replaced by something else. Guilt. Realization. I'm not here for revenge, Aliyah said gently. I came to revive her legacy. If they won't remember her as an engineer, then let them remember her through her daughter, who completed the dream she died protecting. Silence gripped the room for a moment. Then, one by one, hands began to clap. First the technicians, then the supervisors, until the entire room echoed with applause. That very evening, a new plaque was installed in the plant's reception. Sarah Nasir, Chief Engineer and System Architect ***. Her daughter Aliyah restored the dream she gave her life to protect. ***.